this week's feast?
The Jill sandwich from Resident Evil. Big shout out to Capcom for sponsoring this video. This week we are creating the iconic
Jill sandwich.
A lot of you Resident Evil fans and internet historians will remember this hilarious meme from the first game. And of course Capcom was like, you know what? Resident Evil 3 Remake is coming out this week, April 3rd. And to pay tribute to that, we've decided to go back through history and recreate one of the most hilariously delivered lines ever in video games.
That was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
You're right.
Of course, Jill Valentine, as cosplayed by Ashley over here, is one of the protagonists of the series. She's been around all of the Resident Evil games, a huge part of the lore, and of course, we just had to do something that was iconic and paid tribute to the series as well.
Yep, so we're here to save your lunch.
That's
with
right.
This amazing sandwich recipe.
We finally did it, the real life Jill sandwich recipe, and this is the official one as well, so let's get cooking. The Resident Evil 3 Remake is right around the corner, and it's taken the original game and built it again from the ground up from scratch with updated graphics and gameplay, and it looks awesome. If you had a chance to play the Resident Evil 2 Remake, you already know just how great this one's gonna be. When we were constructing this sandwich, we asked ourselves, how can we implement the character of Jill into a sandwich? And our first steps were figuring out the perfect bread. Jill Valentine is tough as nails, and so is this Dutch crunch bread. To make it, combine milk and water in a microwave-safe bowl and heat on high for 1 minute. Let it cool down till it reaches around 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Pour the mixture into a stand mixer and add sugar, then yeast, and let it sit until the yeast becomes activated and bubbly, around 5 minutes. When that's ready, add in your flour, salt, and vegetable oil. Use a dough hook to mix on low speed until a dough forms, then increase to medium-high speed for another 8 minutes until your dough comes together as a smooth and elastic ball. Remove the dough from the bowl and gently knead it a few times before shaping it into a ball. Placing it in a bowl lightly coated with cooking spray or oil, then covering it to let it rise. The dough should have doubled in size over the course of an hour or so. Dump out the dough and punch out the air and knead it a few times before placing it on a scale. Divide that number by 5 or 6 and you've got the precise weight of how heavy each ball should be. So use a knife to cut it into equal weights, then continue kneading each ball into a tight round and place it on a baking sheet. Let this rise for another 30 minutes. To give this bread its iconic look, we're preparing a topping for it. So mix rice flour, sugar, yeast, oil, and a half a cup of water in a small bowl and whisk until smooth. The mixture should be thick but drippy, kind of like a glue consistency. Once your dough balls have risen again, use a brush or spoon to spread the topping into an even layer across the tops and sides of each roll. The thinner it is, the cooler the cracks will look once they bake, so no need to use all of the mixture you just created. Throw these in the oven at 425 degrees Fahrenheit for 12 minutes, then take the tray out and rotate it, then bake for another 10 to 13 minutes until the tops are cracked and golden brown. Perfect. This bread might crack under pressure, but it definitely won't break. Now, another aspect of Jill is the fact that her iconic color is blue. She's always seen wearing this color, and we thought it would be awesome to dye our meat to match. Now, turkey is a healthy and lean meat, something you definitely would want to snack on when fighting off hordes of zombies. So mix a few drops of food coloring into water and place each slice of your turkey meat inside, stirring slightly so that all the surfaces get covered and sucks up the color. Turkey also takes on the color of blue extremely well because of its light overall color as a meat. So in no time at all, you're gonna have some awesome looking meat for this Jill sandwich. To pay tribute to one of your unofficial partners in the game, Carlos Oliveira, we're creating a custom chimichurri, so slice and dice up parsley, 2 cloves of garlic, smashed and diced into small chunks, and finally some finely chopped oregano. Add these ingredients to a food processor or blender, top with some crushed red pepper, lime juice, olive oil, and salt and pepper, and pulse this in 1-second bursts. You want to cut the ingredients up but not pulverize them. Once it's looking like the perfect consistency, set it aside in another bowl. Things get pretty hot up in Raccoon City, especially with Nemesis walking around, so light fire to your mayo by just combining it with some hot sauce of your choice and mixing well. Finally, it's a time to assemble this Jill sandwich. Cut a piece of your Dutch crunch bread in half, cover the bottom with spicy mayo, and layer your blue Jill turkey slices on top, then slices of spicy pepper jack cheese, lettuce all around, tomatoes, a layer of thinly sliced banana peppers, and cover the top bun with your chimichurri mixture and combine it all together for that perfect Jill sandwich. Voila! This sandwich embodies everything that we could think of when we imagine Jill Valentine, from the bread all the way to each individual ingredient. Not only that, but it's also just a delicious sandwich with elements that all complement each other to bring out each individual flavor. but we'd be amiss if we didn't do the one thing that Jill barely avoids in the first Resident Evil, and that is getting crushed. Stick the sandwich into a panini machine and truly bring the horrors of a trapped ceiling to life by pressing the sandwich until you hear the crunch of the bread, and this meme has truly come full circle. Okay, we got that out of our system, and that is the Jill sandwich. Panini press or not, this is an awesome recipe, and we're so very fortunate to get the chance to bring it to life with Capcom's blessing. Only one thing left to do, eat up. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh my gosh, the Jill sandwich.
Wow.
The blue turkey. That spicy mayo, good kick. That chimichurri, bueno.
I love a sandwich. It might be one of my favorite foods of all time.
My favorite food group is just sandwich. That's true. Even if I was a zombie, I would still eat sandwiches. Brains, no. Give me a brain sandwich. That's what I want.
This bread is great. We chose the Dutch Crunch because we thought it would be a perfect homage to the Jill sandwich.
Yeah, it's great.
We also did a lot more research on the game itself and really tried to pick things that reflected things in the game, like, you know, the blue turkey and the chimichurri.
I know, the blue, look, it matches your shirt perfectly.
How cool is that?
I love Resident Evil. I played the games all the way back when I was a little kid. I'm so stoked that they're remaking them and they look gorgeous. Resident Evil 3 comes out on April 3rd, so please check it out, download, play it. I will be as well. Send me a tweet, send me a message how you're doing. I'll let you know how I'm doing. And Joe Valentine's escape from Raccoon City away from Nemesis. But the game's really fun. It's a great jumping in point, even if you've never played the other games before. It bookends the whole trilogy, and honestly, I'm really excited to play this game. I remember so distinctly as a little kid playing in my cousin's house for the first time and being like, oh, this is the coolest thing ever. And so now that I get to re-enjoy that as an adult, big thumbs up for me.
And we're super excited to recreate this sandwich. That was a meme that all of you Resident Evil fans totally love.
Yeah.
And we are really excited for you guys to enjoy this in real life.
And a big shout out to Capcom too for letting us do a meme from the game as a recipe. It's an awesome collaboration. So the game comes out on April 3rd, 2020. Go check it out. Resident Evil 3, the remake. It's awesome. It's great. The graphics look dope. I'm super excited.
Make a sandwich to go with it.
Yeah. Hey, you know, you need some gamer fuel.
Yeah, you
right?
do.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody.
And as always, don't forget to leave a comment below to let us know what you want to see us make next.